Hi, welcome to the fifth lecture of chemical energetics. Today we are going to study some definitions of certain thermodynamics terms. First definition is macroscopic system. It is defined as a system containing a large amount of the substance. In other words, a macroscopic system is one which constitutes a large number of particles, that is, atoms, ions, or molecules. It means that some atoms, ions, or molecules they comes together and form a large amount of the substance. So that large amount of the substance is a system, and as all these number of particles comes together and make a large amount of substance, so it is called as a macroscopic system. Second definition is macroscopic property. It is a property related to the behavior of particles in a macroscopic system, that is called as a macroscopic property. See, suppose if we have a cylinder containing gas, so that is our macroscopic system, and that gaseous particles which are present in that cylinder. Okay, now if we consider pressure of that gaseous particles, then that pressure is a macroscopic property. So a property related to the behavior of particles in a macroscopic system. So in a gas cylinder, that cylinder is a macroscopic system and it contains gaseous particles, and when we study a pressure of that gaseous particles or that gas, then that pressure or say volume, temperature, these are the macroscopic properties. So examples of macroscopic properties are pressure, volume, temperature, surface tension, viscosity, density, refractive index, etc. So you have to remember all these examples of the macroscopic property. Next definition is state of the system. See, it is a condition of the system when the various macroscopic properties like pressure, volume, temperature, etc. have been assigned definite values. So state of the system, it is a condition of the system. Again, see the example of gas cylinder. Now suppose if we consider pressure of that gas which is present in a cylinder. Now suppose its initial pressure is P1. Now if that cylinder is fitted with a piston, and if we move that piston inside, then that gas get compressed. Now after compression, suppose its pressure is P2. So its initial pressure was P1, so it was its condition, and later on its pressure is P2, so it is its latter condition. So the first state is the initial state, and the latest state, that is after compression, is a final state. So what is the actual condition? So that P1 is a condition, so it is a state of the system. Similarly a P2, which is a final pressure, it is also a condition, so it is also a state of the system. So the definition of the state of the system is a condition of the system. It is a condition of the system when the various macroscopic properties like pressure, volume, temperature, etc. have been assigned definite values. In thermodynamics, we are concerned only with the macroscopic properties and not with the microscopic property. You have to remember it always. Now next definition is state variables. See, the macroscopic properties are also known as state variables. So we have seen that pressure, volume, temperature, refractive index, these are the macroscopic properties, and that macroscopic properties are also called as state variables. The four most common macroscopic properties which are used to define the state of a system are composition, pressure, volume, and temperature. So these are the most common macroscopic properties. Now next important definition is thermodynamic equilibrium and non-equilibrium. See, we have to study this definition carefully. A system in which the state variables have constant values throughout the system is said to be in a state of thermodynamic equilibrium. The words important are state variables have constant values throughout the system. See, for example, suppose this is a cylinder which contains gas. It is fitted with a frictionless piston. Okay, now suppose this piston is stationary. So at that time the pressure of that gas is uniform throughout. Okay, it have constant value. When we consider pressure at any point in the cylinder, then it is constant throughout. Similarly, volume is same. So there is a no change. It has a constant value. So a system in which state variables have constant values throughout the system is said to be in a state of the thermodynamic equilibrium. And what is non-equilibrium? A system in which the state variables have different values in different parts of the system. See, figure B. In this figure B, suppose that piston is moved in. Here written, when piston is moved in, at that time that gas get compressed, and at this position gas compressed more than this position. So there is pressures are different. At this point pressure is different, and at this position pressure is different. So the state variables have different values in different parts of the system. It's said to be in a non-equilibrium state. So these two figures clears the concept of equilibrium and the non-equilibrium thermodynamic state. Now there are three criteria for equilibrium. We have to study one by one. First criteria for equilibrium is the temperature of the system must be uniform and must be the same as the temperature of the surrounding. So it means that the temperature of system and surrounding must be same. So when such a thing happens, we call it as a thermal equilibrium, and it is a condition or it is a criteria for equilibrium. Then second criteria is the mechanical properties must be uniform throughout the system. Now what is meant by mechanical properties? See, no mechanical work is done by one part of the system on any other part of the system. So there is a no mechanical work done. So at that time we call it as a mechanical equilibrium. This is second criteria. And third criteria is the chemical composition of the system must be uniform with no net chemical change. There is a no net chemical change. So the chemical composition of the system remains uniform. At that time we call it as a chemical equilibrium. So thermal equilibrium, mechanical equilibrium and chemical equilibrium, these are the three criteria for the equilibrium. So this is about the some definitions of important thermodynamics terms. In next lecture we will see some more definitions of the important thermodynamics terms. Thank you.